Welcome everybody, we're back with Tetris Tuesdays live on VTV. I know it's not much of a grand reopening as usual. I don't really consider this the return of Tetris Tuesdays. Let's just call this a little a pregame for next week, where we can probably officially call this like the grand return and everything like that, since we don't have much of a big player base today. And let's see, so let me just turn the music back on again for a second. Hold on. So we don't have much of a player base today. Actually, we don't even have enough to qualify for a tournament in general, but because people were patiently waiting, the people that are here, we're just going to do the tournament anyway. So I would blame this mostly on myself for not promoting it as strongly as I should have, getting the word out there. Because if you want to reopen a Tetris Tuesday, reopen a big event or a weekly event, you kind of have to take initiative to go out there and promote. So that's my fault mostly as to why we don't have as many entries as actually are possibly going to be our lowest amount of entries. So like I said, we usually do not do tournaments that do not have more than less than 6 people, and to account for like official rankings and all that stuff, the leaderboards, it is going to be an 8 person tournament to actually account for like an official Tetris Tuesday tournament. So we'll just call this little tourney, and I guess we can wait a few more minutes if we want, but I'll just make a few announcements here as well. First of all, we're going to try to change the time for Tetris Tuesdays coming up here soon, for season 3. So that's going to be something that we try to change, the time period that we start Tetris Tuesday, of course, since the time that a lot of people have gotten been able to join us has always shifted. And of course, we're back into the school season for many people, so we're gonna have to also kind of adjust to that as well. So like I said, not much of a grand return, but it is something to kind of get ourselves back on the water. So I guess our grand return will be officially when we can actually get an official tournament going on. But we do have one more entry from Daniel Person. I don't know who that is in Jastris. I think it's DNA. So Daniel Person, what's your Jastris name? And the reason I can't be that loud and eccentric as I usually am is mainly because we have unexpected visitors here today. So sorry about that if we don't have much of the enthusiasm from the casting side. Usually over here, I'm also trying to multitask. I got 4 tabs open. Actually, I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 monitors, or 5 things to monitor the stream and everything else like that. So it can get a little bit hectic sometimes, and also just setting things up were hectic as well. So Daniel Person, I don't see an entry for Daniel Person, so I'm gonna have to just go by his default sprint time here. So this is going to be a challenge to find. So where's Daniel Person's sprint time? Let's see. So he's a new competitor here as well. So welcome, Daniel, to the Tetris Tuesday tournament, and we hope that you enjoy your first time here. So let's so we'll go ahead and have him DM me, and then Sluvers has a new sprint time, 29.46, which I don't think it really changes the seeding as much if we look at this right now. Yeah, it does not change the seedings at all, but it does help us understand where everyone is at. We don't have any Tetris staff here today, so that also creates a little bit of a challenge here as well. So it's all good. No Tetris Tuesday staff. I didn't let them be aware of what we were actually doing today. So that's kind of something that I also had to do just a little bit better. So I'm I'm going to speed this up and look at the sprint time there. 31.786 for Daniel Person as well. So I'm also like still trying to. What's up, Delicious? How's it going? Thanks for joining us for the Tetris Tuesday tournament. This is just a tournament testing the waters, getting back to it. So we're not actually returning yet, but this is a little test run, I guess, but kind of still more of an official tournament. So I'm not going to call this Tetris 2 tournament number 19. We're just going to, this is an unofficial tournament, but still we're going to run it anyway. So yeah, so if you want to join as well, we're still accepting entries much more later than I usually do. So yeah, but it's going good. How's it going? Delicious. How's it going? Also, Riskard, thank you for joining us for Tetris Tuesday. I don't think this is going to be tournament number 19, depending on how many entries we get. So far, we have 5 entries for the tournament. Actually, now we have 6. Daniel Person is going to be seated a little bit differently. I can't even speak right now, but we have all these seeds I have to kind of look at for a second. So Daniel Person is going to be in the 5th seed. So let's see. So I'm going to show you how the seating works in just a bit. Also, where is my music? It seems like it's not really loading up. So tell me if my music is too quiet or not, because I'd like to know that. Would be some very heavily useful information if that can. Alright, and also thank you for the host, Me, as well. So also, yeah, to check on today's brackets, just go ahead and do exclamation mark bracket to take a look and see and check up on the tournament progress. Yeah, if you want to also post the tournament in other Discord servers, you can also do that as well. So that'll be helpful as well. But either way, the main goal of today is just to get the tournament running back again and to test the waters of what we're going to do. So there's going to be a few things differently that we're going to experiment before we officially implement them into the next season. And one of them is the randomizer for the bag here. So we're going to take a look. I don't see any more ones in the chat as well. So we're just going to assume that we have the 6 entries in. And now I'm going to go to the Tetris tournament tourney browser. So let's go ahead and take a look for a second. So we can look at the seedings here. We have Mystery at the 1st seed, Sloopers at the 2nd, FAQ at the 3rd, Below at the 4th, and then Make Me at the 5th, and then Daniel at the 6th. So we still have a few more moments to let people people go ahead and enter in the tournament if they would like to. Otherwise, we may just have to get this started soon. So we'll go ahead and see how this goes. It is no longer the JS Cup qualifiers, so I forgot to change that title. So we're going to change this to we're going to call this pre-season for season 3. So when you have sports, you have basketball or football, NFL, or kicking football, whichever football you associate with. There's always a sort of a preliminary thing. There's always like a preseason, just something to get people back into the swing of things as well. So we'll consider this a little preseason tournament for the next upcoming season for Tetris Tuesday. So like I said as well, this is quite long overdue to have Tetris Tuesdays. We should have started this back up honestly in August, but because of the long break I took, unfortunately we weren't able to start that back in August. There's a lot of reasons why I took a break, which are very personal, so I'm not going to go over that as well, but we can just consider August the off season as well. So yeah, I mean, that's about it there. We will be accepting a little bit more entries here as well. We do see 6 things going, 6 people joining so far. So we're gonna give this a little bit more time. I'm gonna give this about four more minutes actually, and then once we do that, we'll come back into the tournament and whatnot. So I'm gonna give us 4 more minutes to let people join. Otherwise, we'll have to cut it off right there and start the tournament. So let's go ahead and restart the timer for about 4 minutes, and we'll be right back with more Tetris Tuesdays live on VTV. By the way, actually as well, I forgot to mention, there is no door giveaway. That was for the VTV Summer Splash 2019. So there is no door giveaway going on. So let's not get that confused. So we do have, we finally do have a Tetris, some more Tetris staff online. This is quite insane. You know, just I guess this is now going to be officially Tetris Tuesday tournament number 19. So the preseason is over as well. So give me a second as we enter in these brackets here. But thank you all so much. Honestly, it's like I know I don't have that much excitement in my voice, mainly because I'm tired when I come home. But you know, I do appreciate that so much. You know, as we have an awesome, you know, Tetris community here that are always supportive and helping us out with things like this. You know, that you know, it doesn't take just one person to make things like this happen and run smoothly. So you're all very awesome, and I think now we can actually get you know, things started here. So let's go ahead and we'll come right back to the screen here in a second. So let's go ahead and take down the screen. So also, my mic is, if my mic is too loud, please do not hesitate to let me know, because that'd be some very useful information to know if my mic is like too loud. So we have a lot of entries going on right now. So like I said, please you're all gonna have to DM your personal, you know, your PB times for your sprint. And now we do have and now we do have a lot of entries now. So you're gonna please just like, okay, do not share links of your PB times. Please just like actually write down the time. So if you're gonna do that, write down the time as well, which I do appreciate that people are seemingly doing that very well now. So all right, so I'm going to adjust this here. We do have a few more entries, so I'm going to show y'all just who has entered into our tournaments. Let me see. So we do have a few more entries now that we're going to add here. I have to look at the Discord as well, so bear with me for just a moment. We have Nerd here, and we have Moise, and Ditsy. Then according to the PB sprint times that everyone has DM'd me, we're gonna adjust the seatings accordingly once again. So let's see. Ditsy will have the, or Moise can be down here. Ditsy will be the 9th, I think. 9th seed. All right. Then Nerd, actually the 7th seed, I believe. Wait, hold on. Let me see. He will be the 7th seed. Wait. 35 point. What was making me his time? Hold on a second. GG. Like I said, it's hard to do this when we don't have our folks here. So 42. Give me just a second here. 42 making me. And Nerd is gonna be 38 over that, and then okay. So we're still adjusting a few things here. So please just bear with me, folks, as we try to get this underway. I believe we still have more entries coming in, so it is going to be a little bit hectic coming in as well. I forget that we do have Tetris staff here, so I do hope they're helping me out with the seatings here. I don't know if the Tetris staff are here yet, but if anyone is, we do have one more last one, which is Rebecca's the last entry. I think we're going to cut it off right there, and then start with the tournament here very soon. So one of the interesting things is okay, so just by a few, actually, but just by a tenth of a second, Rutabaga beats out Nerd for the 6th seed. That is intense. I can't even speak, but intense. So now we have now we have 10 people here as well, so we can get started, and I believe that's gonna be it for us. So let's see what's going on here. So welcome as well, FAQ. Welcome back, everyone, to the Tetris Tuesday tournament number 19 here on VTV or Variety Central TV. Thank you so much for joining us so far. We are at our capacity now for 10 people for today's tournament. Our max capacity so far is 16, and I will be kind of slowing down the pace of everything since I need to be catching up to speed with things. I'm probably going to be very rusty as we start the tournament, but now I think this is going to be the seedings. This is based off the seeding times that I've gotten from everyone, all the updated ones as well. So we'll take a look one more time to make sure that we are accurate here. People have sent me their recordings of the seeding times as well, so I believe that is going to be all for us. And also thank you very much, Moise, for the follow, joining us on the Tetris Tuesday tournament number 19, just returning back to the Tetris Tuesday hype here. So I believe I have one more thing to add for my browser here, as we always do after the tournament ends. So let me just I'm just going to keep this handy for when the tournament ends, so we can have that right there. So suboptimal, you're still able to join. If you're asking to join it, please do so in the Twitch chat, since I am mostly looking at Twitch. So but yeah, suboptimal, I believe, is going to join, so that is going to be our last entry for now, which is 37.79. Very close times between everyone, but I will add this here. So we do have all the sprint times, and I believe that is just right above Nerd here. So let's see, Rutabaga's time. I always forget what everyone's time is at the moment, and there we go. Actually, that's still right above this here, Daniel 35. All right, so I think we're right there. Rebecca's new time is 35.5. So actually, that is going to be still going above suboptimal. Jesus Christ, man! Everyone is. I wish they would update these things accordingly, these damn sprint times, but it's okay. I think that's going to be it now. This looks like it is accurate now at this point, so we're probably going to have to go from there. Oh my god, GG. Okay, so now that means suboptimal is going to be just right below Salubris now with 34.54 above Mr. FAQ. So now this is going to be yeah, these seedings do get quite hectic, folks, so just bear with me and we'll get right into the swing of things. This is what happens when the sprint times are not updated. So my apologies about that. We are starting 20 minutes late, but still, it's all good, since we're here to, just to refresh your minds and get things back, up to date with the Tetris Tuesday tournament. And for today, we're going to try something different as well, to get ourselves back into the season and see if we're going to make these new changes implemented into the actual new season here. So like I said, if you want to tweet us out using hashtag Tetris Tuesday at Variety TV, let people know about the tournament as we get started here. But I think this is going to be the 11 people joining in the seeds here as well. So 11 entries that we have today, and let's get this tournament started for Tetris Tuesday. So let's go to the bracket now. I believe this is going to be it. So just like I said, to look at the brackets, just do !bracket. We are going to start the tournament now as we go along here. So as you can see, these are today's brackets here, starting in round. God, I can't speak that well, but round number 1. This is where the brackets will be starting here. And before we do that, obviously, we're also going to have to bring up the JS screen as well to look at the tournament itself. And also, thank you for the help, Paylord, and we'll see you when you're back from work as well. So let's go ahead and get the Tetris browser going. So we're going to make a new room. So for those of you who are new here to the Tetris Tuesday tournament rooms or tournament, I will make sure that you kind of are up to date with the rules. So to look at the rules, go on the Discord channel and just do look at the Tetris FAQ and rules text channel on the Discord. If you don't know what the Discord is, just go ahead and do !Discord right there. But also, if you want to, we're just going to brief you on the rules here as well, for now. But For every tournament, we do have a best of 3. So every round, every match is a best of 3 until the semifinals, which when we that's when we switch to best of 5 during the semifinals, and then it goes from best of 5 there on out into the finals. I cannot speak that well. And welcome again, Rifscore. Thank you for joining us. We're glad to see you here. How's it going? Hope you're enjoying today's tournament so far, even though we haven't started just yet. But we're going to get started here very soon with the tournament. So no player, well, 2-player limit. Going to be standard, but I'm going to try something different. And some people might hate me for this right now, but we are going to do something quite oops, my bad. Do something quite different. So for the where is it at? For the randomizer, we're going to do classic. Yep, that is a random bag here. So just for today's tournament, we're going to test this out for today and see how things go. So that does not mean that for the rest of the season we're going to do this, but I think this is something fun and something interesting to see as we get set up for the new season. And because this is the first tournament, season 3, we will not hold back. So some people might not get PCs in this tournament. So this is going to be quite an interesting thing, and now this is going to be just something that might be helpful for a lot of people, but also devastating for many others. So let's get to this tournament now. I'm sorry to do this to y'all, but VTV tournament, that's the room name. It is a classic bag today to test some things out. So I know many people are not going to be happy about that, but this is going to be interesting to see. And now I can start my own room. For some reason the room did not start. I don't know what the hell just happened here. So let's go to, I'm gonna have to refresh, I think. A troll Tetris tournament, yeah, that might be the case, but I like to call this a little a warm venture into the unknown, right? So we get to see what people can do under this sort of pressure, and kind of not knowing what their next target is going to be. So who can instinctively just kind of bring things together, bring their combos together despite not knowing what's going to come next. So we might see some droughts here, but it's going to come down to who can play through those droughts and just set themselves for a position to win despite not knowing what's going to come next. So that, I believe that's going to be our thing right here for now. Let me just, I can't zoom in, but I will go to, wait, I can't see. Actually, I know how to do that. Okay. We'll show stats here with a full screen, as we can see as well. So let's go ahead and look at today's tournament browser once again. So the first people to come up are going to be Nerd and Mikami. So Nerd and Mikami over here. NES Tetris, yes, that's right. We're going to do some NES Tetris today, basically here, but a modernized version. Tetris. I believe it is still with hold, so you still do have the hold. It's just that the randomizer is is classic. And also, thank you, Big Boo, for the warm welcome. I am glad to be streaming again as well, and just glad to see everyone here today. It has been quite a while. It's almost been 2 months since we've last done any Tetris Tuesdays, or like that I've even been on Twitch. So we'll talk a lot more about that later, and anyone can ask me about that personally as well. So I will explain, like I said. So please, Nerd and Mikami, join the VTV tournament. The room is called VTV tournament once again. Let's get this going underway. You'll see it here, but Mikami and Nerd are going to be the first 2 people to go ahead and fight it out here in this first match. So but welcome, Big Boo. How's it going? Hope you're doing all right. Glad to see you here. So yeah, rotation is kind of the same. You still have the holds, but just that the randomizer bag is actually random. So so Quick and Smart V2 is Nerd as well. So yeah, yes, we're glad to see that you're here as well. So Quick and Smart is going to be Nerd's Jester's name. So we see that he's here, ready to go. Or I will I'm not sure what to recognize you as, so my apologies for that. If yeah, so I'm just not gonna say anything about that. Never mind. But anyway, we're here now in the first round. So let's go ahead and see if we can get started here. And like I said, you are entitled to a warm-up match if you want to do so, but if you can skip the warm-up if you would like to do that as well. But with that being said, let's go ahead and get the tournament started. We're going to watch this warm-up match, and then get things right underway. So now I'm going to go ahead and optimize my screen to let people kind of see what is going on here once again. So because the screen is a little bit different, we're going to have to readjust the size once again and get our good old classic viewpoint here again, as we always used to do. So there we go. So make me quick and smart, which is make me a nerd, coming into the first round. We're gonna start this very soon, and like I said, if the music is too loud, just please feel free to let me know. So I think that is gonna be just quite enough here to look at what is going on. Oh yeah, that's right, GG. The bottom also needs to be... Good thing this is a warm-up though, so we can have a lot of time to adjust this stuff. So thank y'all for letting me know about the issues. Like I said, I am very rusty with streaming in general, so I have not done a stream in 2 months. So even with setting up a stream in general, it can be a little bit rusty. So thank y'all for bearing with me throughout this difficult little time here. But all right, so now, good luck, have fun in both. Like today's a best of 3, the first match. Now the Tetris Tuesday tournament number 19 returning back is underway. We do have a quick, huge comment coming in from Quick and Smart. I didn't quite see what that was, so I was looking away from my screen for a minute, but it seems like Quick and Smart doing a great job handling the random bag, or the randomizer bag here, as we can see, trying to set up for that down the middle well with a quick T-spin double, but it didn't seem to get there just in time, as me was able to top him out for the high position there. We do see a bit of a misdrop there coming in from Quick Smart on the right side of the grid, but still going to set up for that overhang, trying to get another quick T-spin double in there. But it seems like Me does have a great position here to set a lot of Tetris combos down there. There goes 2 Tetrises in a row coming in from Me, and that means it's going to be a lot of quick trouble for Quick and Smart, looking for that position there, and that's going to be a 2-0 victory there from the match. And now Me is going to win the first round in this match. GG. So Me now wins the first round here. Was going to win that round 1 matchup. So now we're going to go ahead and look at the tournament brackets here once again. And like I said, to look at today's bracket, just do !bracket to see the progress and who is going to be competing with each other next. So now we do have Rutabaga and Ditzy coming up here next, the 7th versus the 10th seed, to decide who is going to be moving on to round number 2. But before we move on there as well, I do want to let everyone know as well, once you get into the lower brackets, you will have to play your matches off stream. Play your matches once you have your opponent, and please report the scores to us in Discord. So you must play your matches out, otherwise we may have to DQ you if you do not play your match in the lower brackets, and we don't see any scores reported here yet. So that's going to be how that goes. So please play your matches and report those damn scores. Now let's go back into the browser here. I think the warm-up is over now. So there we go. So we're going to start this match here. We don't have a first victor here just yet. Very close match here, as we can see. Ditzy in a great position right now with that T-spin double, and Rutabaga with the mess drop is going to give Ditzy that 1-0 victory lead here in the series. So there we go. Oh, that was a warm-up. Never mind. Please don't say good luck, have fun unless the warm-up is over. I will highly advise that, otherwise I will probably think the match has started. So, oh damn, people still wanted to join. Unfortunately, it seems like I'm sorry about that. Anyone who's trying to join, I do apologize. So Daniel Person is well, boys, what we're doing here is actually you're playing on the stream here, so you're joining you're joining the room, so you're joining the VTV tournament room. So every match on the upper brackets have to be streamed on the channel here. So that's why you're gonna wait a little bit until your match actually comes up. So you're kind of waiting. So the winners bracket matches do not get played off, do not get run off stream. Just to let you know about that. So you still have some time. Don't worry about it. You're all good. Your match is just up next after this one though, so don't worry about that. So unfortunately, explaining all that, I missed the first match, but it seems like Rutabaga, I think, I don't know who got the yeah, lower brackets is what I meant by losers bracket, so my bad. But now we have, I didn't see who's leading the series, but now we have a quick double column wall here by Rutabaga, just going to set up down the left side of the grid. It seems like both players kind of connect. There goes a quick T-spin triple there from Rutabaga with a T-spin double. That's going to be a huge combo there coming in from Rutabaga, and that's going to set up a huge lead here. A great position from Rutabaga, and that setup was just very clean, as we saw right there. Waiting for that mistake there from Ditzy, delaying just a little bit too much there, and now misdrop from Ditzy coming in, looking to set up that, looking to clear off this a little bit of that garbage that was coming on, a lot of that to burn off to set up for a nice down stack combo here. But Rutabaga unfortunately was not able to seal the deal from that huge combo there early on. So unfortunately, that seems like Ditzy's going to be able to come back here with a play of their own, and that's going to be devastating, as Rutabaga could have closed out that very match right there with the combo there. But unfortunately, could not find any other combos to top out, leading with the momentum from those two T-spins there. But that was very clever there coming in for Rutabaga, but still has a chance to go ahead and you know, get things going. Possibly can still build off that momentum, you know, coming in and showing Ditzy that, you know, I can still I'm still very capable of setting down these massive combos, these massive T-spin setups here for you. So don't try anything on me, as I probably will have something prepared. So I'm guessing that's kind of the you know, mentality, this little psychological game that we can see going on here. But now it seems like Ditzy's not buying any of that. Rutabaga in some danger right now of topping out, and that's going to be there's not going to be really much of a good placement there for that Z piece. That's going to be a 1-1 series tie there coming in from Ditzy, taking on that next set there. So now this is a tied series, so that means whoever wins this match will win the series and move on to round 2. What an interesting match there. Those last two matches, very close, and you know, clutch worthy you know, performances from both of these players coming back down from the gutter here. But as we can see, Rutabaga probably in a better position here. As we can see, there goes the T-spin double leading into a Tetris. Another Tetris going to be set up here, and the more combos there for Ditzy. A little bit too much, overwhelming there. Rutabaga with the quick you know, the better kind of APM, just 20 you know, APM units higher. And, you know, as you can see, the speed game kind of comes into hand. Also, the setup was very clean there, using that randomizer back to his advantage. Rutabaga is going to be going to lead that series, and GG for Rutabaga, moving on to round number 2. Like I said, because this is a because this is a experimental tournament, it's not going to really count. Probably if we're using the classic randomizer. I don't think we'll be using the classic randomizer in any of the other tournaments, but this is just an experiment here, so don't worry. This probably won't count towards any like rankings and stuff like that, but still, you know, I hope y'all don't mind us doing this experiment just for this one time, because this is something I've always wanted to experiment with. So, but GG Rutabaga nonetheless still got that win going in, a nice 2-1 series lead, moving on to the second round. So let's go ahead. By the way, this HDO, and I can't speak, but this HDO use classic bags, because I forget. Oh god, my water spilled on my my water just now spilled on my keyboard, and I'm hoping it didn't spill on my USB. So give me a second. That's actually not a good thing. Alright. Water spilling on my keyboard. Nice. I love that. And my table. The water that I usually use to drink out of when I shoutcast. But Daniel and Moise is going to be up here next in this tournament. So Daniel versus Moise is going to be the last match of round number 1. But for those of you, also, I do see some people who were trying to join later on in the in the chat here. I do see people in the Tetris Tuesday chat that were trying to join. So I do see that Shiratama and Martin at 24 were trying to join. I do apologize, as you know, probably just came a little bit too late for the entries. Actually, it is 30. They tried to enter about probably about 30 minutes into the tournament, so I do apologize for that as well for the both of you. But I do encourage you to come back next week. It's going to be a lot of fun, and you know, 30 minutes is quite a stretch to allow someone to enter into the tournament that late, unfortunately. But we do hope to see you next week, and I guarantee, you know, we're all gonna have a good time. So just for those folks who couldn't join, you know, I do recommend that you go ahead and you know, stay with us to join for next week. But anyway, let's go back to the tournament here. I think that they are still doing a warm-up here, and it is going to be quite interesting to see how the randomizer goes. We do have some Tetris flashbacks, some NES Tetris flashbacks, so this is going to be quite traumatizing for people today. But let's go back to the match here. We do have the first match going away of the series here from Moise and Daniel Person. As we can see, a lot of those T pieces coming in from Moise there. The randomizer really not doing much of a favor for Moise, unfortunately, and that's going to be a 1-0 series lead there. That was insane. All those T pieces coming in. I don't think this is a very good randomizer here. Not even NES Tetris will give you a strong jump like that. I don't know what's going on with the algorithm here on Tetris, but this is quite interesting to see. And most likely, we won't be using the randomizer back again for Classic. But either way, I think that is another 2-0. Wait, is that a 2-0 so far for Daniel? So I don't know why they're still going. I thought that was a 2-1. I'm sorry, 2-0 victory for Daniel, but I guess they're still going here. I don't think we probably the first match was a warm. I'm not even sure what's going on. All right, I'm gonna assume it was a warm-up, but I didn't see any indications yet. But I guess we'll count that as the first round that just happened there, and this one right here to be either way. Daniel Person, as you can see, taking whether it was 2 or 3 rounds, still taking them both handedly. So yeah, I said it is a best of 5. I always explain this, but it is a best of 5. Only at the semifinals and up. So either way, Daniel Person, GG coming in for the best of 3 victory, having 3 ones. Actually, they played an extra match when they weren't supposed to, but still a very handily victory, very convincing with the even the 3 wins coming in. But let's go ahead back to the browser. We see Daniel Person coming in with that we'll call that 2-0 victory on a Moise here. So now that we have that, like I said, I'll just remind people in the lower brackets, the losers bracket, once you have an opponent to face there, please go ahead and play that match and report the scores to us so we can get things going away. But now we're going to move on into round number 2 of the winners bracket. We have Mystery versus Mikami coming up first here in the winners bracket. As we can see, Mikami got the bye. Wait, hold on. Actually, Mystery got the bye seed, as well as Ho Ho Hello. So we see a lot of bye seeds coming on. Suboptimal and Lubris. So the first 4 seeds getting that bye seed from round 1. And now we're going to start off round 2 and see if those bye rounds were worth it. But now we see Mystery and Mikami coming up here next. The first versus the 9th seed. So let's see how this goes. I believe they're probably in here already, but let's see if Mikami and Mystery are going to be joining us now. So Sample is in this room. We do not need a Sample here. So Sample, please leave the room. We are hosting a tournament. Otherwise, we'll have to kick you from the room. So Sample, we are... So if these people do not leave the room, we will have to go ahead and kick them. All right. But now it seems like we're gonna wait for Mystery to join. I'm not sure if Mystery is here. Yeah, now showing at basic. But let's see. There we go. So we're gonna have, starting off the second round is now gonna go underway with Mystery versus Mikami. So we're gonna see how this goes. Gonna be quite an interesting match, both with similar names, similar sounding names, and they're not gonna go for a warm up. So they're gonna skip right into the match. And we're gonna go right into this tournament match here. This is gonna be an exciting series. And it's been a while since I've seen that someone skip the warm up. Usually in the finals and semis, they always skip warm ups, but usually they've been not doing that as of recently. But now we see even in round 2 for someone to skip a warm up is quite rare for us to see. Also, it kind of displays a lot of confidence in both of these players here. Being able to just skip the warm up and rely on their abilities in general. They kind of know what they're about. They don't really need the warm-ups here to test the waters. They kind of know where their skill set is at and what they need to do without the warm-up going on there. But as we can see, Mystery is in a better position right now against Mikami at the moment. As we can see, now Mikami is kind of chipping away at that garbage here. A lot of cheese though, and there is still a heavy garbage advantage here from Mystery. As we can see, lots of garbage on his side of the screen there, setting up for the right side of the grid. Set up a few of those doubles into T-spin doubles as well, and it seems like there goes a bit of a misplacement there. Not much you can do about that with the randomizer bag, but still trying to chip away at the garbage here. As we can see, Mystery now with a few more of those misdrops. I don't know what's going on here. That is just insane. Even with the what kind of drought was that? We saw a quite a drought there with the with the J piece and the Z piece. I don't know what the heck was that just now. The J and Z pieces coming in simultaneously back and forth for Mystery, but still managing to make make something out of it and come out of that alive. That could have possibly been a top out there, but there goes Mystery with the first round, first match with the 1-0 series lead. A great comeback play despite the unoptimized randomizer, the 1000 Z's, and we see a lot of S pieces coming in. This is a very bad randomizer. I don't even think this is classic. I don't think this is something you'd even see on NES Tetris, as like the droughts are not this strong that I remember seeing on NES or anything like Coaches there. So this is quite interesting to see. Now Mystery gonna face a drought of their own as well, but still being able to downstack through this and burn a lot of garbage here. Now we see kind of that single line wells down the garbage, as we can see Mystery kind of chipping away at, setting up a huge advantage, setting off a lot of garbage onto Mikami as well. We don't see a lot of the T-spin setups as we usually will see, with the 7 bag setup. With classic bags, kind of just a bit more random. You're gonna have to go just a bit more with what's lying ahead of you at the moment. It is kind of a lot harder to set up those T-spins per the meta, because usually in these modern Tetris competitive scenes, these competitive tournaments, we do see it is the meta standard for those T-spin setups to come our way. But as we can see, not being there, they're not coming in too strong with those T-spin setups, since they can't really get the T pieces as they want, and there's going to be a lot of droughts coming in, a lot of random pieces that are really unoptimal for these setups here. So to see what people can do despite that is quite interesting there. It's like a situational thing. But now we see Mystery Native topping out here, and now the series is tied. Oops, that's right, tournament number 20. I will make sure I'll change the title of the tournament as well on the screen. So thank you for informing me of that. But now this is a tied series in danger of going on to the losers bracket. We usually don't see Mystery in danger during these early rounds of going into the lower bracket. So this is going to be interesting to see if Mystery can come back from this and also keep that lead sustainable on to the the third round here. Like I said, we usually do not see a player like Mystery kind of in danger of going to lower brackets as soon as the second round starts here. But with these random bags, anything is possible. And that's the kind of the chaos of it all, as we can see. But Mystery is able to chip away once again and send off a huge combo onto Mikami, as we can see there, and that's going to be a GG, topping Mikami out with a 2-1 series lead. There goes the victory. So that means Mystery is going to move on to round number 3 in the winners bracket. Just a very decisive victory here for Mystery at the last minute there, using those droughts to his advantage even, and using that to chip away and create more opportunities to to build off the garbage that was already being stacked though. So Mystery doing a great job there. The first seed showing why indeed they are the first seed and got the bye round in the second round there. So now I will say this as well. So round number 1, there is now a match going on for lower brackets. So Mikami and Moise, please play your match and report the score for your match as we go along there. Well, now as we see here, Mystery with a great victory there. So we're going to move on to the second match of round number 2, which is going to be Mr. FAQ versus Ho Ho Hello. We'll see how this next match goes on. And the closest in seeds, we have the 4th and the 5th seed. So Mr. FAQ versus Ho Ho Hello. So we're going to see if Hello is going to be joining us here anytime soon. We're going to change this title to number 20, because we did have tournament number 19. I always forget about that, but it's been 2 months since we had Tetris Tuesday, so like I said, you're going to have to bear with me. But here we go. It seems they're going to go for a warm-up here. FAQ and Ho Ho Hello. So now, I believe Mikami and Moise is going to play in their match coming up. But now here we go. Mr. FAQ with a strong, convincing opener here, as we can see. But still, Hello able to down stack through this and set up a devastating combo of their own. Both players kind of head to head with that the amount of garbage that they have to face. A nice T-spin double set up there from Ho Ho Hello. Despite the kind of garbage and random bag coming in, Hello is still kind of one of the players who can do a better job of setting up those T-spins and waiting for those overhangs to come, and kind of playing through those droughts there. So we kind of see Hello doing a great job of that. It seems like we might be seeing Hello in his element here with these random bag setups here. But FAQ with another crucial misdrop there from the T piece, and that's going to be a huge delay probably coming in, as they're going to be trying to set up. There goes two Tetrises coming in from Hello, including a triple there. There goes another quick T-spin double setup there. We can see a lot of improvement coming in from Hello, and that speed as well, as we can see a high PB sprint time coming in from Hello, one of the highest PB sprint players in today's tournament. And now we can see this is going to be the match now. Their warm-up is over. So let's go and see how this match goes. So good luck, have fun. The second match of round number 2, we can see Hello, just as the warm-up, as he's throwing warm-ups and scrims, is going to set up that huge devastating combo there. Down the single wall, going to set up a few triples along with the Tetrises, just another double. So just kind of keeping that consistency going, despite not being able to send that many lines at once there. There goes a huge down stack there from that single well, seeing a lot of triples, doubles, and Tetrises in a row. They're not really going to go for any of those T-spin strats. As we can see with the random bag, you can't really rely on it that much. So Hello using that classic bag randomizer to his advantage, and getting a convincing win in that first match of the series there. So now, well, what just happened here? I guess they both. Oh, Hello won the second. Okay, never mind. That was a 2-0. 2-0 victory right there. My bad, folks. That means Hello wins the series. I wasn't paying attention there. But Hello actually wins that series. The 2-0 victory. So GG for Ho Ho Hello. Moving on to round number 3 of the winners bracket. So let's go and look at that real quick. Hello with a nice 2-0 victory. So now that also means that FAQ and Ditzy are going to have to play and report their scores. So what we're gonna do here, if once we get done with round number 2, if the people from the lower brackets round number 1 have not played by then, we're gonna have to unfortunately probably start DQing some people. So if you have shown up for your match already and your partner is not there to play you in the lower brackets, by the time we get to you, we'll have to DQ your partner who is playing against you, and you'll automatically be moved on into the next round in the lower brackets. So that's how that goes there. Otherwise, let's go ahead and keep continuing. We do have Salubris versus Rutabaga, the second to last match here in the second round, to decide who is going to be moving on into the winners bracket for round number 3. So let's go ahead and Salubris versus Rutabaga. I think they are going to do their warm up. Well, they didn't release anything else yet, but we see Salubris and I don't know who Pitbook is, but they're gonna have to leave the room. Yep, I know. It is still default mode. We're just changing the classic bag. That's it. Classic bag. So I meant to say for the bag or randomizer, we're gonna actually call it that. I forgot about that. Thanks for letting me know, folks. Okay, so we're gonna have to kick out Pitbuck here since they are disturbing our tournament. So I don't really like to kick people, but you know, we have a tournament to run and we kind of make sure that it runs smoothly. So as long as you spectate, you're still able to go and join the room. Nonetheless, let's go back to the tournament. Yeah, the only modification in today's tournament is the classic randomizer. That is literally it. Everything else is still default Tetris, as we can see, but I gotta refresh my my Twitch so I can see the actual title of today's stream. All right, so now we're gonna go into actually no, they're gonna do a quick warm up here as we can see. So we're gonna wait for that to happen and then go right back into the the tournament. But you know, I just want to say, you know, while the warm up is going on, you know, this community has been quite amazing. The Tetris community here that we have at VTV, you know, even after being away for 2 months, to see you know, quite a considerable amount of entries, almost 12 actually. We actually honestly could have had 13 entries today if I had not cut off the time limit here to enter the tournament. But still, you know, it's great to see that people, you know, still kind of patiently wait and you know, come back to the community, you know, help us out to get you know, outreach and bring new competitors here every day, even when we are not you know, actively running these tournaments for a long time. So that's great to see. You know, this has been quite an awesome community here, so it's just very heartwarming to see how we all come together as a community, even more so than the you know, even more so than the VTV community as a whole, which is you know, quite something that takes me quite a ways back. But anyway, good luck, have fun. We are going to be going into the first match of the series. As we can see, a lot of those a lot of O pieces and just straight I pieces coming in, a lot of long bars. This is a terrible randomizer here coming in, and Slubris just gonna have the benefit of the doubt, and that's gonna be a 1-0 series lead for Slubris. But also, to report scores, just type in the Tetris Tuesday chat and type in the series, like how many you won of this series. So you have to go in the Discord and Tetris Tuesday and just report the scores over there if you want to report the tournament matches for your losers bracket match. But also, welcome back, Hokage6, to Tetris Tuesday. We're glad to see you back here as well. Sorry that I can't pay attention much to the chat here, as well as we are paying attention to the match underway. But anyway, it seems like Slubris now, he's using that classic bag to his advantage here once again, with a kind of a bit of a better playing field, a better position here against Rutabaga. Now we see a huge devastating combo against Rutabaga, and there goes a misdrop there coming in from Slubris from the L piece, but still nonetheless there goes a teaspoon double into a Tetris, and that's going to be a going to set up a better position once again. Rutabaga going to be in a bit of danger here, but it seems like Rutabaga is able to hold off pretty well here, delaying that garbage coming in and also down stacking through it as well. So removing a lot of that garbage being sent in from Slubris, and still maintaining that composure here despite the weak playing. Oh, there, never mind. There we go. And just not a good bag for Rutabaga there, and a few of those misplacements there coming in from Rutabaga. So there's going to be a 2-0 victory here for Slubris, and that's going to be on to round number 3. So GG for Slubris. Slubris now going to move on into the third round of the winners bracket. So let's go back into the browser. So like I said, to look at today's scores, today's bracket, just do exclamation mark bracket to see today's scores, to be able to report them. I'm not to report, but to check, be up to date with the today's tournament, and kind of see the scores going on in real time as we update this tournament. But like I said, we're gonna update the scores for the lower brackets here in just a minute. So we do see first result here, making me coming in with the nice 2-0 victory here. But also Mr. FAQ and Ditzy still have to play, so we're gonna see if their matches are still going underway. FAQ and Ditzy, please go ahead and play those matches, report those scores to us, so we can get y'all going underway and move on into that next round. Anyway, we're gonna have the last match of round number 2 coming in from the winners bracket with Suboptimal versus Daniel Person coming here very soon. So let's go ahead and see if both players are ready to go. And I don't know if they're going to skip the warm-up or not. So they're going to go and opt in for the warm-up here. It's Optimal versus Daniel. So I will also say these are these two, actually no, Daniel Person I believe is one of the newer competitors for Tetris Tuesday. So welcome, Daniel. We're glad to see you here for your very first tournament with us at Tetris Tuesday. And also Moise and Ditzy and Nerd also are all very brand new competitors here with us today for Tetris Tuesday. So all the people who are kind of new here coming in, we do hope you enjoy your experience and enjoy the tournament so far, as we go along. But the warm-up is now over, so that means we're gonna get right into the match with Suboptimal and Daniel, the last match of round number 2 to decide who's going to be moving on to the winners bracket of round number 3, and who's going to be going down to the losers bracket to play that match off screen and possibly still come back for a chance to compete and make a good run in the brackets. But like I said, we have not seen much of Suboptimal or Daniel Person, regardless in the tournament, so both relatively well, yeah, Moise, trust me, so what we're gonna do is this is just an experiment with the classic randomizer, so we're gonna go back to the default mode, default everything, so we won't have to torture people with the random droughts coming in. I did not know the droughts would be this bad, because this is a terrible bag randomizer. This algorithm is just insane. So we're not going to use this again, but we're going to have to stick with today's tournament the way and play it out the way that we started it. So yeah, this is our first time ever doing a randomizer, and the only reason I was going to do I decided to do the classic randomizer was because I thought nobody was going to play today. I thought we were only going to have 5 to 6 people during today, but now we have 13 people who signed up to join in today's tournament. So that was quite a surprise for me, because we have not done this in 2 months. I didn't think anyone would come back for a little bit until we spread the word out again. But we have to play the tournament as we planned it in advance, unfortunately. So it's all good though, because next week we're gonna go right back into the speed of things and continue our tradition of keeping things much more simple for the players here. But we do see that Daniel here is in a 1-0 series lead. I see JS, I'm sure, yeah, we do everything default JS style. So we hope to still see y'all here again, because we are going to still do a lot of those things that we usually do with the classic JS, the default JS mode, and none of those crazy randomizers, because I didn't know that the randomizers were this bad, and I am still talking about this the randomizers, even though I should be focusing on the match right now. So GG. But it seems like it is a very stalemate kind of match. They're both very similar in their speed and PPS, as we can see right there. Not really one that is overpowering the others, but it seems like the randomizer is not going too well for Suboptimal. That is going to be a huge devastating loss there if they cannot get they cannot downstack and optimize what's coming in to them right now. But it seems like Suboptimal is doing a great job of keeping themselves in float. And now Daniel Person with that misdrop there from the T piece, that might be crucial there. Not really going to be able to set that up as quickly as possible. Suboptimal does have a chance to revert this huge combo there from Daniel just a while ago. But it seems like Daniel is doing a great job still down stacking through this garbage here and cleaning it up for a better playing position. As we can see now, there goes a 1-1 series tie there for Suboptimal. So very close series here. And we also welcome everyone from JS Amateur Weekly. Actually, fun fact for those of you who participated in the JS Cup in July, Tetris Tuesday, actually we hosted one of the JS Cup qualifiers in this very tournament. So we are very default JS friendly. So this is not a NES or Culturist tournament, just to let everyone know for future reference and anyone coming in with us for the future. But Suboptimal now with the very clean, consistent combos as well. A bit of a misplacement there, or probably a bit too much of a delay there coming in from Daniel Persons. I mean, Suboptimal is going to be moving on into round number 3. So GG for Suboptimal, the last match of round 2, and that means Suboptimal is now going to be moving on into the winner's bracket for round number 3. So there you go, a nice 2-1 victory there for Suboptimal, a very close series nonetheless, but still, Suboptimal coming back on top from that match. So once you don't wait for the bracket to update, you just go ahead and get started right away if you're going to go ahead and do that. So that's going to be how that goes. But anyway, I just had to let people know. But yeah, that was a very close match. But GG, great job for Suboptimal coming out on the end and staying close there. But anyway, my activate Windows screen just came up for some reason. Alright, so we do have a forfeit match coming in from Hello, unfortunately, in round number 3. But it seems like before we get back to the round number 3, we're going to go ahead and make a few adjustments here. So anyone who is in these matches in the lower brackets, you will have to go ahead and play out your matches, please. We don't see any matches being played from Daniel Person. We don't see any reported scores from Daniel or Nerd. It seems like they both probably have not joined yet. If Daniel has not played by now, so this match was supposed to be played quite a while ago, but it's alright. So we do have a few things we have to adjust here, so let me see. So let's go back to the tournament here, the browser, and I'm gonna take a look at these scores here that we're gonna go ahead and report. So it seems like DC and Mikami are still gonna get started here. So that means Ditzy beat out FAQ. I don't see that score reported there. So Ditzy got 2-1 versus, or 2-1 versus FAQ. All right, that's good right there. I mean, Ditzy and Mikami are going to be playing up against each other next. Daniel Person and Nerd are going to be playing against Rutabaga once, or one of them, whoever wins in those 2 matches there. We do have unfortunately a forfeit coming in from Hello, which late into the tournament we usually don't see that happening, but either way, this is just a tournament to get back into the swing of things. Yeah, I made the 2-1 victory. Well, I recorded it as a 2-1 victory, so there is nothing to worry about there. So unfortunately, by default, we do have an early semifinals entry there coming in from Mystery already, actually, into that round. But once again, since Hello actually does forfeit, that means whoever wins in the match against Rutabaga is also going to be moving on automatically to lower brackets round 4. That's quite a large leap there. That's what happens when it's late into the winner's bracket. But that's how it's gonna be right there. We do have a 2-1 recorded victory there, and then Daniel Person and Nerd is still gonna be going there again. So we don't have any reported scores from that yet, but we're gonna move on into the first round, or the last round of round number 3, which is gonna be Salubris versus Suboptimal coming up here next. So So we're just gonna change the title here for the third round. And once we finish the third round, we're not gonna go into the semifinals just yet, as we're gonna kind of let the we're gonna probably go and take a little sneak peek at the lower brackets and kind of see what's going on down there, and kind of see where we will need to catch up from there. But now we have the last match of the winners bracket for now, with Salubris and Suboptimal facing each other for the last match, the deciding factor of who's going to be the second person joining Mystery in the semifinals. So now we're going to have Salubris and Suboptimal, the semifinals, or the quarterfinal, or semifinal qualifier. I mean, I can't speak that well right now because my nose is cloggy for some reason, but it's all right. When your nose is cloggy, I'll tell you what, sometimes have you ever have a cloggy nose, or like there's a lot of strange liquids in your mouth? It is very annoying to hear yourself speak. Like it is bothering me right now to hear myself speak, but it's all right because as long as I get to, you know, do this tournament and host it, everything like that, then speaking, I do not mind doing that. But for some reason, you know, when I have my nasal issues and something that feels strange in my mouth, or my lips rather, not my mouth but my lips, it feels weird to hear myself speak there. But here we go, the warm-up is now over, and I can't pronunciate things right at the moment, which makes no sense. I can't pronunciate a damn thing right now. So let me just blow my nose for a second. So still a best of 3 until semifinals. Like I said, semifinals are the only time when it becomes a best of 5. But good luck, have fun to both Salubris and Suboptimal here coming into this match for round number 3. The last match before the semifinals is going to decide who is going to be moving on and joining Mystery in the semifinals of today's tournament. So now we have Salubris versus Suboptimal with a kind of a better playing position right now, but our playing field's kind of lower as well. But it seems like Salubris is dropping a few of those doubles, and that's all going to lead into a Tetris. A nice downstack combo there coming in from Salubris, and that's going to be a 1-0 series lead so far coming in from Salubris. A lot of momentum coming in. Probably going to be repeating the same thing, as we can see. There goes a misdrop there from Salubris, unfortunately, from the T piece, and that's probably going to slow down the momentum just a little bit. Could have been very devastating to see what could have happened right there, but there goes another. It was trying to set up another overhang for the T-spin double here, but it seems like Salubris is going to be having a lot of garbage there as well. That randomizer was not helping him out too well, but it seems like Suboptimal does have a better playing position right now. But our playing field, it is very low, and now Salubris in danger of topping out there, and the series is going to be tied 1-1. What an intense series so far. Very close, but quick series, as we can see. Those last 2 matches there, very quick and concise, coming in from both, using that their opponent's randomizer or their opponent's kind of misdrops or mistakes to their advantage here. As we can see now, Salubris is going to set up for a few triples here, going to put Suboptimal in a little bit more danger here for top it. But it seems like now Optimal is getting a few optimal pieces to set up for those combos there. Salubris with a lot of garbage here to clean up there. Gonna have to do a little bit of digging here to set up a better position for a combo here. It doesn't seem like the pieces are coming in that Salubris needs right now. Gonna try to set up for another T-spin double there, but it seems like the last minute long bar is gonna come in, but still Salubris is in danger of topping out here soon. Not very many great pieces that Salubris will need at the moment coming in for them. Salubris is in a lot of danger topping out here. Can they downstack into a nice combo there? But there goes the downstack combo approaching right now. Salubris doing a great job of saving from that top out there, and now Salubris is going to go into a huge rampage there at the end. A nice clutch play there at the end for Salubris. So that's going to be a 2-1 series win. So GG, Salubris is going to be our second entry into the semifinals. What a insane match, an insane series that we just saw coming up right there. At the last minute there, Salubris doing a great job of saving from all that garbage. It was in danger of topping out, but the save was insane right there, and we saw a sensational play from Salubris there at the end. So now here's what we're gonna do here. So that means Make Me seems to have 1-2-0. So we're gonna report these scores. What's good, mystery as well? Is that the mystery that's playing in the tournament, or is that a different mystery? If you're a different mystery, then welcome to the Tetris Tuesday tournament number 19. But if you're mystery that we know, just hang it tight for a little bit, because we're not actually the semifinals are not going to be played yet, like I said, so do not play the semifinal match yet. But we're going to report these scores. We see that Mikami won 2-0. Then we see Ditzy coming in with a wait, hold on. So Nerd won. Yeah, so Nerd won 2-1, as we can see right there. So here's what's gonna happen here as well. So the winner of Nerd vs. Rutabaga is gonna move on, you know, right on to round number 4, because we don't have since Hello is actually DQing right now. He was already DQ'd from the tournament there, so that means it's gonna have to be by default. The winner of Rutabaga Nerd is gonna have to automatically move on to round number 4 to face off for a spot in the semifinals. So now we're gonna have Suboptimal and Mikami coming up here next into deciding who is gonna be moving on to the brackets for round number 4. So we have Suboptimal and Mikami. I'm not quite sure if they're already in the room at the moment, but if they're not, we'll see if they're gonna play here. Yeah, we can probably play on stream if you want, but Rutabaga and Nerd also will have to play at the same time that we see. Yeah, let's see who gets screwed over by RNG less. I did not know that the algorithm or RNG was that bad. That is probably one of the worst randomizer algorithms I've ever seen in any Tetris game. So I don't know, like, I'm not okay. So first of all, I'm not going to this is not a knock against Jez. I'm not talking any mess about Jez, any, like, you know, this is not a personal attack on anyone or Jez, you know. I'm just saying that the algorithm that was developed for that specific mode could be stronger. That's all. You know, Jez does a great job. He works very hard, you know, and you know, does a lot for the community, the Tetris community, and JS Tris. So, like I said, don't get it twisted. We are not knocking Jez in any way. But let's oh, there we go. So good luck, have fun. It seems like Mikami and Suboptimal are already playing their match there. Let me just go back into the match here for the round 3 in the lower bracket. All right, so yeah, it's all right, Modest, but thank you for joining us. Nonetheless, we are back now. It was kind of unexpected. I didn't really announce it that well, so it's kind of my fault that people did not you know, get the news there quickly enough. But now we see here that Mikami does have the first match here underway. 1-0 series lead so far versus Suboptimal. I didn't commentate much during the first match, unfortunately, so my bad about that. Okay, so NES is actually not really a true randomizer, so I would, because I was under the perception that, you know, this would be more like NES randomizer, but this is kind of a like pure randomizer sort of thing. So I would say it's a pure like random algorithm. I will say that, but it is also a bad one because it's pure random. But still, so that's not really a fault of developers, but it's just the algorithm itself, you know, how that works out. So let me just clarify that. Either way, you know, it's interesting experience to see how that goes. But anyway, let's go back to the match here. As we can see, Suboptimal versus Mikami. There goes a bit of a misdrop there for Mikami with that L piece. There goes 8. So Mikami is getting a lot of those L pieces in right now in this match. We've seen a lot of L pieces coming in, like 2, 3, and 4 in a row, back-to-back L pieces for Mikami. This is quite an interesting match that we can see. Like, the L pieces do not stop coming here, and you know, as we can see, just a flurry of those L pieces. Now the T pieces are coming in for making me. This randomizer is quite insane. And now we see 3 long bars in a row coming in for me. This is like, are we playing Tetris Friends again? What's going on here? It seems like Tetris Friends has been resurrected. Someone has used a long bar power up to summon more long bars. You know, this is going to be, we're not doing this randomizer again during this tournament, but either way, it is quite a fun experience to see how that's going on. Suboptimal though, still doing a good job of holding their own though. Not as much of a chaotic sort of randomizer as we see Mikami having. Still kind of a bit more random, kind of a bit more variety coming in from Suboptimal's randomizer, as we can see there. But still, like, Mikami is just packing in those consecutive blocks, consecutive pieces coming in. We saw the consecutive L pieces coming in from this match were kind of coming in from Mikami, and there goes a huge misdrop there, possibly from the J piece for Suboptimal there, and that might be topping out there. There goes a 2-0 series victory there from Mikami there, using the advantage from that last misdrop there coming in from Suboptimal. So now Mikami is going to be moving on to the next round. So GG for Mikami. Let's go ahead and look at the brackets once again. And to look at today's brackets, like I said, you can always do ! bracket to see the tournament progress. But now we do have a 2-0 victory for Mikami, just killing it today in today's tournament, just swiping through these lower brackets here. But we also saw a victory report match from Rutabaga. So that means Rutabaga was also a 2-1 over. Wait, hold on a second. So Rutabaga, that means we'll move on to the next match. All right, so Rutabaga and Mikami now is going to be coming up here next for the lower brackets round number 4, and this will decide who is going to be moving on into the second match of the semifinals. So this will be semifinals match number 2, the deciding factor of who's going to be moving on there. So now Rutabaga versus Mikami is going to be the very next match coming up next for round number 4. The second match of the semifinals to be decided who is going to be moving on there, facing the loser of the winners bracket here in the first semifinals match. But as we can see here, I think they're going to go for a warm-up. Let's see if that's going to happen there. So they're both going to go for a warm-up here, and as we do that, I'm going to drink some more water so I don't dehydrate and clear out my throat. But I do want to give a quick thanks to some people in the chat who have educated us as well. So we see that Galian, Quick and Smart, and also Mystery giving us some great insight about the classic randomizer here versus how the bag randomizer works for NES Tetris as well. So we do see quite apparent differences as far as the frequency or the rate in which we get a block. So it's just a completely random sort of rate there, and you have a greater chance of getting more consecutive blocks than you do in the the NES Tetris randomizer. So it's not a true pure randomizer as we have learned in the other versions of Tetris, but this one is kind of a pure randomizer. It is working that way in the algorithm. So now we're gonna have a good luck, have fun, good luck to both players deciding who is going to be coming on into the second match of the semifinals here. Will it be Mikami or Rutabaga? So we're now going to go into this match right away. It seems like Rutabaga coming in with a strong opener with a T-spin double into a Tetris. Still not going to do much against Mikami, unfortunately, and it seems like Rutabaga in a little bit of danger here, not really having an optimal placement there from that O piece, and now Mikami is going to do quite a nice job here of burning through here, just keeping that consistent down stack combo going on right now. That was a very clever, well executed L spin there from Mikami, and that's going to be the first round of the match. I mean, the first match of the series there. Yeah, though it seems to favor, people who might be worse at T-spins, we do see that, people who can still manage to do T-spins well, in a regular tournament still are faring out pretty well in this tournament as well, as we can see. It's gonna, in this particular way, the classic randomizer kind of will favor more so those who have more speed, I'd say, rather than those who can, gather more of the clever combos in, particularly in the T-spin setups that they do. So we're definitely not gonna use the randomizer like this again, since there are different ways of, or different types of skill that we want to account for when we play these tournaments here. So like I said, just another experiment that we are trying out there. But anyway, back to the match there. I don't think we had a we had a 1-0 series lead. I forgot who it was from, but still very close series, as we can see. And the playing field is quite high for both of them. It seems like Rutabaga might be in a little bit of danger here, but that goes a huge down stack there from Rutabaga, going to tie up the series versus Mikami, and now it's going to be a 1-1 series tie, and this is going to be deciding the last match. The winner of this last match is going to be deciding who is going to move on into the semifinals, the second person to move on here. So it seems like Rutabaga winning that last match is going to have a bit of momentum against Mikami to see if they can move on there. So momentum is quite an important thing, especially when you're in the tournament mode, when you're in any competitive sort of scene or game. Momentum is a like mental momentum, or like that psychological momentum, is a very important factor sometimes in these sort of tournaments, or very high level competitive play, as it can be sometimes a deciding factor of who will stick it out through the the tough times, who can face through those hardships there, as we can see. Now Mikami with a bit of a miss shot there from the J piece, but still managing to tuck in very well. And now both players kind of neck and neck right now with their playing field. Both kind of even with their playing field, but it seems like Rutabaga does have just a slightly better position here than Mikami, as we can see. But Mikami now going to set up for that quick Tetris there. Rutabaga as well setting up for another Tetris, as we can see, into a T-spin double combo, and that's going to be a huge stack of garbage here coming sent onto Mikami. And now Mikami just going to look to downstack through this as well. Mikami can have a chance to punish here Rutabaga's combo there and send him into a top out danger zone. There is a danger of topping out for Rutabaga. Not much to do right here for Rutabaga right now. Unfortunately, that last S piece there would not help out Rutabaga in the end, and so that means that Mikami is now going to be moving on into the semifinals of Tetris Tuesday tournament number 20. GG. Mikami, like I said, just doing a great job, making a great run in these lower brackets right now. It's been amazing to see how far, how deep a run that Mikami has been able to make so far in this tournament. So as you can see, just going away and slicing away and slicing through, Mikami is now in the semifinals. I think that broke my keyboard. Well, if you need some time to fix it, you can just let us know. But rest in peace to Mikami's keyboard, but still a well-earned victory. Maybe your keyboard was worth the sacrifice, but we shall see in this next semifinals match. But now we're going to move on into the first semifinals match here, almost closing out the tournament for the last few rounds here. We're going to have the semifinals first match with Mystery versus Salubris here. So the first match of the semifinals. So Mystery versus Slubris is going to be coming up first. The first semifinals of today's match. So now, like I said, because it is a semifinals, now the tournament becomes a best of 5. So just be aware. So let's see if they're going to do the warm-up or not. Let's see. So it seems they're both going to opt in for a warm-up here, as we can see. So while they do that, I'm just going to adjust some more of my water. All right, welcome back to the tournament here. As we can see, the first match of the semifinals is almost going away here. Oops, my bad. Yeah, as we can see, Slubris versus Mystery coming up here first in the semifinals. As we can see, Mystery with a 4-wide setup there on the right side of the grid. Very interesting. We have not seen any 4-wide setups in quite a while, and also did not expect to see that in today's tournament there. But still, Mystery having the optimal sort of placement there for that setup, but that opener did not work out too well, as we can see. But now it is paying off, as Slubris is trying to downside through this garbage, not having the best garbage distribution, as well. As we can see, the open wells of garbage are not very clean, but still Slubris is doing a great job of downstacking and reversing that that combo on, and with that nice save, we're going to put on the 1-0 series lead for themselves versus Mystery. So now Slubris, if he just wins 2 more matches in a row, that will be moving on into the grand finals of today's tournament. But now we have both players very close in their playing fields. But now Mystery going to set up for another devastating combo here with a single wall down the right side of the grid, though Slubris does still have a better playing position there. As we can see, a nice playing field, very low, but still some garbage buildup there from Mystery as well. Mystery was trying to set up for that overhang, trying to set up for a nice T-spin combo there, but it wasn't going that way as planned. And there goes a misdrop there, a little misdrop there from the eyepiece. But it's going to be probably a little bit offsetting there, a little bit of delay going to come in. But now Slubris is in a bit of danger here from Mystery's combo. Is going to still try to revert that all that damage back onto Mystery. Now Mystery danger topping out here again. This could be a 2-0 series lead if Mystery can't burn the garbage there. That's going to be a great match there from Slubris, and now he's going to lead the series 2-0. Now this will be the deciding match. If Slubris wins one more match here, this will be Slubris going on to the finals and possibly winning their very first Tetris Tuesday tournament here, of our Tetris Tuesday tournament series. I don't believe I've seen Slubris in the finals yet, but Mystery is also a finals vet. He has been in very deep playoff runs before, so Mystery still wants to reclaim that title, wants to keep that legacy going for these very deep tournament runs. As we can see now, Mystery's not going to go down that easily with a 2-1 series lead still going on to Slubris though. But now Mystery going to try to build off a little bit of momentum and possibly do a little bit of a reverse sweep onto Slubris there. But still, Slubris is doing a great job of downstacking through the garbage, keeping a very low playing field, not getting too aggressive, but also being patient with these combos there. Even with the randomizer being classic, you really can't afford to risk that patience. But still, Slubris does manage to make it work against Mystery here. Now Mystery is in danger of topping out here once again, but Slubris coming in with those huge triples now with the constant J pieces. But it seems like Mystery not going to have any optimal placements here from these pieces right now. Going to be in danger of topping out here soon. That is going to be a large combo. Slubris now going to top out Mystery for the 3rd time. That's going to be a 3-0 series sweep there in the semifinals. So now Slubris is going to move on into the grand finals to face off for the championship round. GG for Salubris, going on into a 3-0 series lead. The first versus the second seed, first versus the second seed, definitely a close match, or close matches, but still in the series wasn't close, but the matches were nonetheless. As we can see, the first and second seed doing a great job showing us why they are both so high into the tournament ranks there. But now we see Mystery versus Mikami coming in for the very second match of round number 5 lower brackets. And like I said, we're also doing a double elimination, which is a double elimination of the so the winner of the loser bracket has to beat them twice to actually win the tournament. So if they win from the lower brackets, they will have to win that bracket twice to actually win in the tournament. So we'll see if that will happen, or will Salubris just clean sweep this out and close out the tournament as the victor. Now we have Mystery and Mikami coming up here next for the semifinals round number 2. Semifinals number 2, the second one, Mikami versus Mystery coming in to face off, decide who will be going on to the grand finals. I believe they're ready to go. They're going to skip the warm-up here and go straight into the match. Alright, here we go. It seems like Mystery with a huge opener there from those T-spin double combos there, followed by a Tetris. Mikami going to try to find an answer to respond to that, but still in a great position with that single wall down the middle. Can set up a huge Tetris into T-spin double combo there versus Mystery, but it seems like Mystery trying to do the same thing with a huge double well down the right side of the grid. Still very clean garbage. The wells are nice and open down the middle, so there is a chance to set up a few Tetrises and lead those into some strong T-spin combos there, but it seems like Mikami could be in a bit of danger here. Not the cleanest garbage, but it seems like Mystery could be having a little bit of a probably a more difficult time with that garbage distribution across the screen as far as the open wells go. But now it is kind of neck and neck at the moment. We kind of see Mystery setting up for that T-spin and the Tetris there, 2 in a row, and that's going to be a huge combo sending onto Mikami right now. Mikami going to have to find a way to downstack through this if Mystery is able to capitalize, but it seems like Mystery is not, unfortunately, able to capitalize on this moment here. But Mikami is still looking for those downstack combos, and now it seems like they're doing a great job of going to send that all right back into Mystery. And now Mystery will be the person who's in danger of topping out here soon, and there goes a 1-0 victory lead so far for Mikami. So now Mikami leads the series in the semifinals with a 1-0 versus Mystery. So now, as we can see, once again, very close match to start it off, but it seems like Mikami with a bit of the stronger opener. Just Mystery with a bit of a higher garbage field, as we can see, trying to clear that out as soon as possible. Not many optimal blocks coming in, but now there's a bit of a misdrop there. Unfortunately, that's going to cost him that match there, and now Mikami is 2-0 so far in the series, leading it so far, and this means that Mikami wins this next match. That will be a automatic move on to the finals, but will Mystery allow that to happen? Let's see how this goes. Mikami still going to set up for that that combo. It seems like they're going to burn right through that garbage. A lot of a huge combo setup there for Mystery, but that's probably not going to play off to their advantage. As we can see, Mikami doing a great job of downstacking, not letting that garbage really build up on the screen. And now here comes a flurry of those eyepieces there that might be paying off to Mikami's advantage. The randomizer going insane for Mikami in that favor, but it seems like just not enough to capitalize on that last move there. So Mikami is going to have a high amount of garbage here building up on the screen there. Mystery, you're just doing a great job of maintaining that low playing field, as we can see, getting themselves into a better position to possibly send down some more optimal combos than we've seen in the series so far. In danger of topping out here and being eliminated here. Mystery is going to try to set up a last minute hurrah. There goes a huge combo setup. There goes 2 doubles followed by a T-spin double in a row, and that's going to be a huge setup there from Mystery. But now Mikami is able to downstack through the garbage here just quickly enough. Both players doing a great job at counterplaying here with these downstack combo setups there, but Mystery with a huge amount of misdrops there that will be crucial to this match. Will Mystery be able to downstack through that garbage? Another misdrop there. These randomizers are not doing too well in Mystery's favor, and that's going to be a 3-0 series sweep here once again for Mikami. Going to be moving on into the grand finals of Tetris Tuesday tournament number 20. GG. And now we're going to be moving on into the grand finals match. Just that great poise, all around from Mikami, just keeping the pressure up. More later on in the game, we saw a lot of those early game setups just doing well in Mystery's favor. With Mystery had some great openers coming in, getting Mikami under a lot of pressure early on. But Mikami able to just kind of play and use those downstock combos to the advantage, and actually using the classic randomizer to their advantage as well. So Mikami just doing a great job of keeping that game plan stable, and actually Mikami with being the oops, my bad. I refreshed it. Mikami with being a 9th seed, to make it this far, quite a amazing performance coming in as well. A very deep tournament run. Mikami is now in the finals. I don't think we've seen Mikami in the finals yet before. This is going to be both Mikami and Salubris' first grand finals appearances in the Tetris Tuesday tournament. So both of them do have a chance to become one of their very first Tetris Tuesday championship trophies here. So this is going to be quite an interesting show to see. The second versus the 9th seed coming into a deep tournament run for both of them. But now, yes, this is going to be a best of 5. Like I said, with the grand finals, starting from the semifinals, this is going to be a best of 5. But they are going to go for a warm-up. They're going to opt in for that. But as I change the title, I'm going to be right back, folks. And then once they end the warm-up, we're going to be going into the grand finals match and see who will claim the crown for Tetris Tuesday champion. Alright, so this seems like the warm-up is over. Like I said, let folks know about what is going on with the Tetris Tuesday tournament. Let them know that we're back using hashtag Tetris Tuesday, tweeting us out at Twitter at Variety TTV. Let people know using hashtag Tetris Tuesday. Tweet us out. Let your friends and family know about today's tournament. And let's watch this finals go underway. So now we're going to be moving on into the official match here, Mikami versus Salubris, who is going to be moving on and who's going to win today's Tetris Tuesday tournament to claim that crown of their very first Tetris Tuesday championship. And now we have Mikami with a strong opener there on the Salubris, setting up the pressure very early on. Very close here though, nonetheless. Salubris doing a great job of downstacking here from that huge combo there, and now Salubris putting the pressure on Mikami there. Mikami in some danger of topping out here soon. Salubris still has a chance to capitalize, and that might be it for Mikami. I don't think they can go and downstack from that. Still in delay, and that's going to be a 1-0 series lead from Salubris. Just a great job of building up that pressure early on and never losing that momentum there. Salubris coming in with that heavy game plan, as we can see once again, building up from the opener. Not a strong one, but still enough to send off a few lines and build up the pressure early once again and let it scale through. So once you kind of build up that early lead, just kind of, keep the momentum going, let it scale forth, and just don't stop. Even if there are small combos, don't stop sending them. But it seems like Sleeper's doing a great job of that game plan, and it is working out quite well. Just sitting on that huge opener with small combos back and forth, just not trying to wait for, not really utilizing much patience. Lupus is going for a very aggressive playstyle, just gonna keep setting those small combos back and forth so they can build up over time and just still do some nice damage to their to Mikami here, as we can see. By Mikami just kind of delaying a little bit, just looking for those huge combos here once again. Might be playing to their advantage, as we can see Mikami kind of gonna have to spend most of the time chipping away from Slubus's smaller scale combos. Even though they're smaller scale, they are coming in at a faster rate. They're coming in back and forth, as we can see right now, and they are quite effective in this tournament, in this match, as we can see, at 2-0 series lead. So Slubus is in great position right now to win the tournament, as we can see. But Mikami does, as we saw in the previous matches in this long deep tournament run, is great job. Does a great job of counterplaying, and she does downstack well into those combos there, as we can see. And now a lower playing field for Mikami, a better position to send Salubris into a top out here. But now Salubris is going to downstack through the combos once again. There goes a huge combo build up right now, and that's going to be devastating. Mikami may be topping out here soon if Salubris keeps on this momentum here. This could be it if Salubris does capitalize on this position right now. There goes a nice T-spin or a nice Tetris to end it all, and that's going to be a GG. Salubris winning the grand finals. Wait. Wait. That's a 3-0. I thought that was 3-0. Wasn't that 3-0? Hold on. Because no, after their warm up, they already reset. Like, they reset the bracket. But anyway, that is going to be a GG. That means Slubris is going to win his very first Tetris Tuesday tournament. So now let's make this official and look at the browser here once again. Where's my music at? All right, let's go and make this official and move on to the tournament here. So a nice 3-0 victory there that we saw from Slubris. So that means that does mean we'll be in the tournament. Slubris is now the grand champion for Tetris Tuesday tournament number 20. GG. Congratulations. Alright, but well played to everyone in today's tournament. Congratulations to Slubris for winning your very first Tetris Tuesday tournament here as well. Great accomplishment here with the with the high skill players that we see here every week. Some of the best players around the world coming to compete in this very tournament. It's awesome to see every week, and to be among that skill of people, to call themselves a Tetris Tuesday champion does hold quite a lot of merit, considering the elite players that have played on this stage and competed. So yeah, just a great job to everyone. We saw a lot of improvements today. We saw a lot of great deep runs. Mikami just doing a wonderful job as well, making it onto the finals, and just one of the deepest runs that we've seen Mikami make in the tournament as well. And just all these other players also showing a lot of improvements. We saw, of course, you definitely see the improvements in those PB times as well, from these folks as well. But I do want to thank everyone who's of course came here today to view the tournament, and of course all the players here, whether you're a veteran player, a past champion, or a new player. So especially those new players that we've seen today, thank you, Nerd, Ditzy, Daniel, and Moise. You're all brand new players with us for today's tournament, but we thank you all for joining us and trying it out. I know it's been frustrating for quite a few people, or almost everyone actually, for this randomizer to happen like that. So that means there is not much to worry about, because we're not going to go into those randomizers again. We're going to go back into the default mode for the 7 bags, so don't worry about that. That is going to be coming back. next week for Tetris Tuesdays. So that is not going to be a concern, as we will get right back into the swing of things. And I hope that y'all can join us for next week and the next upcoming weeks. As we will revert back to those ways and make this just a lot more fair and fun for everyone, as we can see. But nonetheless, it's not really what's what's given to you there. It's really what you do with that situation there. So like they say, if life gives you lemons, you make lemonade there, or you mix a little bit of lemonade and probably a little squeezed lemonade. Got a little pineapple in there. You make a little bit of sweet and tropical. Mix up some of those strawberries, lemonade and strawberry. That's a very great combo there. But let me not get carried away talking about my favorite food combos. Congratulations once again to Salubris. We made some very fun lemonade, very fun mix up here, but unfortunately that's not going to happen again. So I hope y'all enjoyed our very first and only classic randomizer Tetris Tuesday tournament. But nonetheless, great job to everyone there. Now, as far as where we go from here, if you want to join us for next week, and just join us all throughout, just please be sure to follow the channel there if you enjoyed today and want to catch up with us and more, catch up with the community, learn more about it and whatnot. I do also recommend you check out the Discord here. Join our Discord server here at Variety TV, a very great and open community for everyone to join and be a part of there. But if you want to follow our social media at Twitter or Instagram. With Twitter, we usually make a lot of posts there about things going on in the gaming community and Twitch community specifically, but also it is the best way to catch up for when we go live. I always post on Twitter. We always post on the Twitter about that. So make sure tweet us out, let people know about the Tetris Tuesday tournament. But nonetheless, congratulations once again to Salubris for winning today's Tetris Tuesday tournament. And now I'm happy to say we're back with more of our live and hype Tetris live. So now with this, we're back in action here, and we hope to build with y'all, rebuild things, and keep the Tetris community, growing as a whole from our contribution with these tournaments. But either way, I think we're going to do a raid before we go. Thank you all so much for joining us. Let's see who we're going to raid before we go. And once we do that, I'll, let everyone go. Let's just spam VTV raid and give them a nice big hug and raid there from VTV truly there. So let's take a look. I don't see any VTV players on, but we do see Uberpone. He is a VTV member here as well. So let's go ahead and give Uberpone. He is playing some Fire Emblem, 3 Houses. Fire Emblem is a great series there. I think the 3 Houses, is that a new one? It's on the Switch. I don't know, but either way, let's go ahead and support our fellow VTV member there, VTV streamer there, Uberpone here. So just go ahead and spam VTV raid there with honestly whatever you want to spam with. Just like that, VTV raid. Let's go ahead and give Uberpone a nice raid here. But without further ado, thank you all so much for joining us. We'll see you next week with some more Tetris Tuesdays live at 2 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. And thank you all so much. Join me for the raid. We'll see you live next week.
Here for battle training with our dear professor's permission. Even in droves, they're still too weak.
For getting out of trouble
shit.
quite like you do.
Oh shit!
Here's your
Wait.
gift, milady.
Oh, it's Tuesday.
Oh, is
hey!
that right?
What's
well,
going on,
no one can get into trouble
FD
quite
and
like
all the
you,
VTV
so it works out.
people? Were y'all doing Tetris
Oh
Tuesday
dear,
today?
I put us in a bit of danger there. We are most fortunate that those delinquents
What's going on,
followed
FD?
us.
What's going on,
Very
Tinjos?
nearly
How you
met your
doing?
end.
How did Tetris
What a
go?
marvelous professor you must be for all your students to be
I
so
forgot today's the
concerned.
3rd of September.
You seem more confident in your ability to teach.
Yeah, welcome to Fire
that
Emblem
makes sense,
Three Houses.
as
I've
you
been
have
addicted
me
to this
to
game
help
for like
you
the
out.
last week.
How disappointing to have dived so deeply into danger,
So
and yet to have nothing to show.
I'll explain what I'm playing this game, but I'm also kind of
What
making it
is
a certain
this
like I'm also
strange
challenging myself in
feeling?
a certain way. I'll explain that after the
My
cutscene.
memories. Do you feel them stirring?
Also, what's going on, Rivscar? Welcome everybody. Welcome everybody. It's for those of y'all who don't know. Let me go ahead and introduce myself real quick. Here, whoops, hold on. Let me introduce myself real quick. I am Fiverr 2. I'm just a dude. I play a bunch of variety games. I usually play fighting games, but I've been not lately. But if you like variety games and if you like fighting games, go ahead and give me a follow. If not, thank you guys for hanging out. Oh yeah, to essentially TLDR for what I'm doing. I'm essentially doing a classic no rewind run. I'm also not resetting, so if anybody dies, they're dead, unfortunately. I've already lost 2 people in the process of doing this, but let's hope it doesn't get any more than 2.
How curious.
I've also never played this
You
game
seem
before.
to have grown stronger.
So, blind, classic,
and all thanks to our journey to Xanadu.
no rewind.
It really
and no
was worth
resets.
all that effort.
That's pretty much the long story short. Also, I found something.
Huh? You found this? I dare say you may find a use for that.
What did I even find? What?
You should decide how best to use that thing.
Oh wait, what?
But
Did we actually
wow,
find a relic? What the fuck?
We got a lot out of this trip. It was a bother for a spell, but in the end, I feel we should think fondly of our little trip. We actually had a delightful time, wouldn't you say?
I don't. Oh my god. Cool. We increased our divine pulse, maximum. So divine pulse is the rewind mechanic in this game. For what I'm doing for this game, this is useless to me. Oh hey, we got another unburned steel. Roll steel. Now we can actually level up. Not level up, but repair our Sword of the Creator without having to rest. Next, I think I'm debating. Do I want to do the one for Raphael and Ignatz, or do I want to do the one for... I want to do the one for Raphael and Ignatz. Interesting. Oh, we'll have to do that one. Do this one. I like their story, so I wanna know more about this.
So basically we just gotta defeat their leader, right? Then why don't we approach from... that won't work at all. Horses won't fit through there.
Also, this is
I
one of
can't
my
figure
favorite
this
characters in the game,
I give
Raphael.
up.
I've been calling him Edward because I'm stupid, but I love Raphael. Wait, I thought that said trying to calm down and drink it through. I'm like, wait, he's like... Wait, he's 18. He's only 18! He can't tell him to drink his problems. Can we go over it one more time?
But enemies never move how you want them to in a real battle, do they? I reckon I learned better on the battlefield.
Professor, I need to speak with you.
Ignatz, you alright?
I received a letter from my brother back home. There's some disturbing news.
But yeah,
Monsters
thank you very
have been
much,
attacking
FD,
merchants within the Alliance
for the
territories.
Raid.
That happens
We
all the
can actually
time.
try some new things. Oh, what did you do?
I mean, that's how my
What did
parents
you do
died,
differently,
so...
if I may ask?
Raphael, I didn't mean to bring up such a sensitive topic in your presence.
Hey, Don't worry about that. Come on, let's hear the rest of it.
Very well. These attacks seem to be focused on specific merchants.
Like?
Those who are traveling from the territory of House Gloucester to the Regan Dukedom. Merchants traveling in the opposite direction, from Regan to Gloucester, don't suffer nearly as many attacks.
That doesn't make any sense. Someone's got to deal with those monsters, though.
Agreed. At this rate, my father and brother can't conduct business without risking their lives. Professor, could you assist me? I need your help exterminating these creatures.
Now you're talking. I'm going too. I'm not learning anything in a classroom. You're gonna go, right, Professor? Don't you want to help these folks?
Hell yeah, brother. Do it.
Yeah, I knew you couldn't resist.
Alright.
Thank you so much, Professor. And Raphael, I can't begin to express my gratitude.
I like how these two are starting to get along, because before, in their earlier parts of this story, they were all like, eh. Well, no, Raphael was all wanting to be bros with him. But Ignatz is like, I feel responsible for your family, and Raphael's like, no, stop that! Now they're becoming like friends, and I like that. Alright. So for anybody new who's coming in, does anybody else play this game? Tell me your house, I'm curious. Wait, where am I living? There's only like 4